What's up guys, the Bobcat here and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Scholar of the First Sin, and last time we had just killed Vengal and we'd ended the episode there. Now you may wonder what I'm doing back here at Vengal's head. Well, since we've killed Vengal's body, that should complete his little quest chain. So let's speak to him, see what he has to say.
Back again? Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Ah, it was you who vanquished my body. It is my body, you see, and I can sense what happens to it. I do not mourn for it. Good riddance. If you wish for help, summon me. I'm rusty in battle, but will fight by your side. I was born in Feroza when I eventually have been a cell. All ever need. What a
So apparently we could summon him now for battle. Perhaps he'll help us against the bosses a bit later on. Maybe we were supposed to summon him for Scorpioness and the Jacka? I'm not sure what her name is, but maybe supposed to summon her for her. Anyway, we can now buy his stuff. The red rusted sword, the red rusted scimitar, and the red rust shield. As well as... we can't get his armour. I think we've got that off the actual body itself. But I want to buy these weapons because they are quite nice. In fact, I'll even buy the shield. Or do I? It's got terrible resistances to everything. In fact, we'll read the description on it. Shield of the Warrior, Vengal Feroza. The chisels on the face of... the chisels on the face were carved by Vengal to count the heads he had claimed. The shield is terribly rusted and worn, but it's incredibly powerful, as if it deemed its previous owner to have rubbed off on it. I butchered that horribly, I apologise. Red rusted scimitar. This sword is battle worn and terribly rusted, but it remains a deadly weapon owing to its incredible weight. Legend has it that it was built to test the limits of the strength of the Ferocian knights, until Vengal swung it around like a wooden plaything, claiming ownership by demonstration. And the red rusted sword says the same thing. Those are strength weapons, if I'm not mistaken. Well, strength and dex for that one. And where's the other one? Strength and dex. They're not actually that bad weapons. The scaling on them is really good. I mean, air scaling is nothing to sneeze at. Although we would need to up our dex a bit. And in fact, we can probably do that if we head back. I'm running out of Homeward Bones. I think I'm going to head to Majula and buy that miracle. The Homeward Miracle. It's essentially a Homeward Bone. Unless you teleport back to the bonfire. Let's jump back to Majula. I wouldn't mind see if I can get another attunement slot, as well as getting our dex up just a bit. I'd like to use the scimitar and the sword if possible. Never used them before and kind of wanted to. So, how many levels can we get?
To see, however.
We also need to upgrade our Estus Flask because we've got a bunch of shards to give in. How many shards do we have is a question. Nope. Just one. Okay. Level up. How much does it cost? 7,000. Not that bad. If we were to level up attunement, that's all we could do. So we could put 2 points in attunement. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go buy the Homeward Miracle. That way we can keep our heal miracles. That aren't very good, mind you, but they do take the edge off a little bit. I hope we have enough. If we don't, then we'll just pop a few souls. I mean, that's what they're there for, so might as well use them. Then we'll have to equip them. We also have to burn our Sublime Bone Dust before I forget. So we've got to get that out of the way as well. Hello again.
Just that's what.
What do you have? How much is Homeward? Only 2,400. Nice. And we can also buy Force or Caressing Prayer. Won't mind Force. Yeah, sure, why not?
May the power offer your souls to the god.
Might as well get it. It causes a cone of energy around you that knocks people back. I think it... No, I don't think it does do damage. I think it's the Wrath of the Gods that does the damage one. I should say it's the big damage one, that one. Anyway, let's burn our Sublime Bone Dust and get those equipped. Burn Sublime Bone Dust. Strengthened our Estus flasks. Key message, you can go away now. Attune spells. Second slot, we want to equip Homeward. Oh, it requires 18. No, that's not good. Well, never mind then. Requires 18, so we might as well look at Force in the meantime. Anyway, let's jump back to the Shaded Ruins and head off to the Brightstone Cove. Or is it the Gurm Passageways? I think it's Gurm Passageways, then Brightstone Cove. We'll have to see. Should probably also become human again at some point. Yeah. That's weird, I thought my endurance was higher than that. Well, better. I thought I could do myself 4 times. What ring do I have on? What ring would I usually have on? Oh, good God. Oh, even more good God. I hope no one heard that. If you did, a motorbike just went past, revving his engine something fierce. Can you not guard break these guys? Apparently you can't, so that's weird. Excuse me. Can you really not guard break these guys? Well, that's a bit cheap, isn't it? Well. If he's going to play like that, we can always two-hand our weapon and try strong attacks. Keep using Force. This is what Force does, as I mentioned. Oh, for God's sake, this guy's getting annoying now. What is he doing? There we go. Wasting our time. Anyway, let's speed this up and get moving. And try not to get cursed while we're at it. Lost enough humanity as it is. Well, we wouldn't lose humanity, we'll just lose a bit max HP. So, yeah. Now then, off we go. I really would like to give the rusted weapons a try. But they do require a fair amount of dex to use. I wonder if dual wielding them gives any sort of special moveset. I might have to try that. We should have a high enough strength for it. Make sure I'm not missing any items. Messenger head, hurrah for liar. What else? Liar, illusionary wall. That's a lie. Okay, this is the Gurm Passageways. I forget what it's actually called, but we'll see in a second. It's called Doors of Pharos. Okay then. We've also got one of these guys here as well. These ancient mastodon guards. We'll find some non-hollowed ones of these a bit later on in Albydran Lake Castle. For now though, this is what we're going against. They can drop their equipment, as well as a very nice sword, which is a sword I actually really want to get. It's actually one of the swords I used for my first strength character. Or the character I won the game with the first time, I should say. So, probably want to get that sword and give it a whirl. It's a very nice sword indeed. Oh yeah, this is a Gurm, by the way. Very similar to Gavlan. And we've got an old mundane stone. Now, no mimic there. Used to be a mimic. This area, if you look at the door, it's got this very strange, like, skull. This area is an optional area. It's for the Rat Covenant, for the people in the Rat King Covenant to invade. We are not going to be going in there just yet. I'd like to enter that Covenant first before I go in there. Although I know that it makes much difference, but it does mean the enemies don't attack you. So, I think I'll stick not entering. In fact, we have a fresh lockstone, don't we? We've got 4 other things. You know what, never mind, we are going in. I'm not becoming human though. I think that'll lower the chance of being invaded. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Rat King Covenant is very similar to the Bellkeeper Covenant, except instead of people invading you, you get summoned into their world, and you have to fight them in their world. Also, we just took a big chunk of damage. I mentioned earlier about how the water affects your movement speed. This is why the ring, like the rusted iron ring, if it still existed, would be a very nice ring to have in these situations. There we go. And he gives us, ooh, rusted mastodon armour. It's not very good because it's rusted, but we can look at it. Armour worn by the primal knights of Drangleic Castle. Durability is low due to rusting, but its weight would normally crush a man. But the brutish primal knights. Bleh. But to the brutish primal knights, it may as well have been made of papyrus. I butchered that horribly. I need a drink. Now this door, for you, is use 3 lockstones to open each one, and that lets out a primal knight. This is if you are in the Rat King Covenants. This can be quite useful. As far as I know, never really given it much of a try. But for us, we only need to unlock the bottom one, and there should be a weapon in here, unless it's changed location, and this is where the mimic is now. Ooh, there's a 2-hit combo. But regardless, he's dead. We'll use our miracles. No point in wasting valuable resources. Now, is this a mimic? I missed. Oh, wonderful. Being summoned as a grey spirit. We'll have to get that when we come back. Yeah, this is what happens when you enter a Rat King area. And these guys attack you. Apparently he's using sorceries. Oh, I missed. Okay, that primal knight is going to be a pain. Yeah, this is the problem with fighting Rat King. The damn guards with them are a real pain to deal with. I'm worried about... We're not going to win this, I don't think. Yeah, we're not. Not with that primal knight walking around. I should have killed it straight off the bat, but I didn't realise how much health it had. Well, that sucks. Probably could have won that otherwise. I imagine 1 or 2 hits would have gotten rid of him. Well, now we have to do all that again. Oh no, we don't. We're here. Oh, good. Santia's Spear. Santia's Spear is an interesting weapon, if I'm not mistaken. Here it is. The spear... A spear that was embedded in a stone statue. According to the old local legend, a great spear was used to defeat Santia, the walking statue. Perhaps this is that very weapon, but it will be difficult to utilise such a thing in the manner of a spear. Your only choice is to swing it around and smite foes about the head. As you can see, it's a spear with a giant stone head on it. As you can see through the mouth. And you swing it like a mace. However, or an axe I should say, if you break Santia's spear, it's got 500 durability I might add, then it suddenly becomes a spear. And was originally, I should say, one of the most powerful weapons in the game. Especially with certain builds, it could just destroy people. I've only broken it once, and even then I didn't really do much with it. I enjoyed using it, but it wasn't really in for me. But yeah, it's a devastating weapon. Well, it was. Used to go for mundane builds, I think. Ooh, I thought I'd rolled too late then. Or too early, I should say. Ooh! Oh, I can't believe I didn't kill that primal knight. Okay, you need to die. That was a bit poor. Well, let's keep going through the game passageways. There is more stuff to do in that area, include fight a boss, but I don't feel like going through it just yet. I'll go through it a bit later on. I do want to try and do every area in the game, including the DLC, or the DLCs, which will be, well, the Skull of the First Sin, and what else? The Crowns. I got some Gurm armor and Dragon Charm. Okay. Suppose it's nice to have. Now, trying to remember what's up ahead. I think there's a crystal lizard up ahead. Ooh, I also know what there is up ahead. There should be Gavlan.
Make a deal.
He's changed his stuff now, but now he sells unlimited supplies, which is very nice.
Gavlan, got what? With got.
Looks like his dialogue hasn't changed at all, which is a shame. I think originally he was supposed to have a lot more dialogue, but I don't know what happened to it. Ah, now this guy's interesting. He throws axes at you. They stick into things, but if you hit them, which I failed at, you can knock them out of the air, if I'm not mistaken. And now he's going to try and punch us, which is not going to work well for him, unfortunately. Yeah, I butchered that horribly. Got hit by both of them, but you can knock them out of the air. Now there should be a crystal lizard out here. Bugger head. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's gonna get away. Damn, that's annoying. Gonna have to come back for it later. Excuse me. Yeah, these guys are quite easy to backstab. I don't think you can get their weapon either, which is kind of a shame, really. An anvil on a chain would be quite an interesting weapon. Although I'm not sure how the moveset would work. Regardless, it'd be pretty cool if you could get it. You can get their weapons and equipment. You can actually get the anvil hammer. Can we get a guard break on him? No, and he's going to hit us with his anvil. Damn, I need to be more careful. I am playing so sloppily. I should not be getting hit this much. Hey, we got the Gurm Great Hammer. Which is, make sure there's nothing coming, an anvil on a stick. A great hammer used by the nomadic Gurm, a makeshift weapon created from a blacksmith's anvil, as heavy as it appears. Crafted rather shoddily, but each hit landed is certain to inflict serious damage. Really? Going for this type of character, we could use it. Don't think I will, though. I'm going to stick with my great swords. And ultra great swords. This should lead out to Brightstone Cove, Seldora. Or at least the Brightstone Cove camp. The Seldora is a bit later. Here we are. Yep. Oh no, it's Brightstone Cove, Seldora. This is the Seldora. Looks to have changed a little bit. There's now a bunch of falconers here as well, which makes sense considering the area. I think this was a area of the army to supply at and rest. So, falconers here do make sense. Also, it's called the Royal Army Campsite. There's also a bunch of farmers around here and pigs. Let's get rid of this guy first. This area used to be just full of these guys. Nameless Soldier, Proud Knight, Nameless Soldier, and Nameless Soldier. Oh god! I need to pay more attention. That guy scared the pants off me again. Probably do with upgrading my weapon. Or my strength. It's not doing as much as I feel it could be. Do we have enough chunks though is a question. Well, those pigs there are the adult versions of the pigs in the camp. They are just as nasty. Also, we are getting beaten up and need to run away and heal. And he is running really weird. One thing I don't really like about this weapon is that you can miss, as it knocks the enemies away from you after you swing a few times. Oh, miracle doing that. If it was, that would be pretty cool. Let's go get rid of this guy up there. Apparently they can shoot 2 arrows at once. Yeah, they can. Which is kind of weird considering that a bow or anything unless you would do that. I suppose it's just a thing with the soldiers. Yeah, these soldiers are very weird. I wonder if they're buggy for some reason. I mean, they are a new enemy. Well, I say new. They were Black Phantoms originally. You could meet them in the first area, back where we were summoned in, very first episode. After it is. These guys can appear there as Black Phantoms in New Game Plus. Well, anyway, we've cleared the area out. I think it was very shoddily done, but we did it. Lots of pain. Now, in here, there's a armor stand here. I think this is so that if you're walking around, you would see it and maybe think it was a soldier. But when you go inside, it's just a... And in fact, how far are we to the boss? Oh, a golden falcon shield. I suppose not that far from the boss. There is a summon here, which I do want to summon. But obviously we have to be in human form to do that. I suppose I'll clear out the way first before we summon the NPC in. Now, you can't get into that building, there's no entrance. But there's a well here, and if you destroy this thing on top, I think you can destroy it. Yeah, there we go. Also pick this up while we're here. You can hop down the well, and the well will lead to the inside of that little stone hut. And it's got some items in there. So obviously we're going to want to go inside. I think it has humanity. Although I may be mistaken. Nope, that ain't going to work. Let's try jumping instead. I really don't like doing precise jumping, but I guess you got to do it sometimes. There we go. Bit of a drop. Get a holy water urn. Oh, there's a pig in here as well. Are you showing how to make you feel safe? Anything else? Nope. Good. Up we go. Anything in here? Oh, that chest. This chest, you may notice, looks slightly different from the others. If we clip inside it, you will see rows of teeth and a monster and a tongue. It's a mimic. This chest, I think it was here before, but I don't think it was a mimic. Well, it definitely wasn't a mimic. Well, it's nice to see where the mimics are. And he drops the Staff of Wisdom and the Dark Leggings. What is the Staff of Wisdom? It's here. Oh, it's this one. Yeah. Crafted, blah blah blah. I'm not going to read it out. Requires 50 intelligence though. And we also got the Dark Leggings. Each, I think there's actually 4 mimics in total. And each one of them drops a set of the dark, or the dark sets. Leggings of the Night subsumed, that was it. Subsumed by dark. No one knows the true identity of these men who are said to fully manipulate dark. Old foreign legends describe them as poor souls who chase the lost art of life drain. In Dark Souls 1 you meet them, they're called the Dark Wraiths. Their armor is actually really good in this game as well, if I remember correctly. In fact, we're wearing the gloves. Now then, let's continue going. What time are we on? 23:30. We should be able to go through this area. Now, as you can notice up there are some boulders. Now you notice the boulder comes down. Ooh, I like that. Enemy soldier. If we come forward a bit. Well, we got one, yeah, 2 of them. Also, these guys' weapons have dark on them, so they do go through your shield, unless you've got like 100% block dark shield and physical, in which case it won't. Let's get the items from up here. Oh, you're still alive? Or are you a different one? Must be a different one. Well, regardless, he's dead now. What is this item? This is a Soul of a Brave Warrior. Ooh, that's changed a bit. I don't remember that scaffolding being there before. But that's where we're going to go. In fact, that church area is where the boss is. And below us is where the final boss of the area is. As you can see by that really thorny path. Oh, you can see the enemies working down there. They weren't there before. Be wary of ambush. Behind? Really? well, let's grab this. Now, in New Game Plus, a little event happens here. In fact, I may burn a bonfire so I can show it. It is quite interesting. It's not really game-changing or anything, but it's certainly interesting to see. It can be quite a surprise if you're not expecting it. As most things can be a surprise if you don't expect them. Now in here is the boss of the area. Or at least the first boss. Oh no, it's not, we've got to go through the cave yet. Then it's the boss. My mistake. This cave is horrible yet really nice if I remember correctly. Because there should be a bunch of really horrible enemies in here. If you have arachnophobia, I apologise. Get down from there. These enemies are really weak, but they come in great numbers. And they can actually be quite nice because they can drop some really good equipment, which they have no right in having, but they can drop it. You gonna come down? Or am I gonna have to like... There we go. Hey, parrying dagger, see? I'm hoping to get the drop I want. Now let's just check these holes to make sure there isn't another one hanging around. Doesn't look like it, but there's a bunch down here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, come on. Let's pray that one of these things drops the item I'm after. It's not a major concern if it doesn't, but it'd be nice to have it, nonetheless. Oh, look at them all. Yeah. Thankfully they are very squishy. Although they can hurt. So I probably should have been more careful. Alright, heal miracles. That's a shame. Pop an Estus flask. Oh, there's one more. Come on, drop the item I want. Nope, none of them dropped anything. Well, we don't have the serpent ring, so it doesn't surprise me. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to roll away from it. I know it's a trap, but I don't know what the trap does. Oh, some heavy bolts. Well, I suppose we can use them. Now then, let's run back to the campsite. I'm running back, not homeward burning, because, well, otherwise all enemies will respawn. Because I want to summon the NPCs from there. And bring them all the way down here. You don't need them for the boss, unless the boss has changed significantly. But I'd like to have NPCs with me. You do increase the health of the boss and sometimes lower the damage you actually do to the boss, but I like to have them. Let's see. Pop a human effigy. Now, where is the summon signs? If I'm not mistaken, one of them is in a tent, and more specifically the tent with the suit of armour in it. Here we go. It's Benhart. I think we need to summon him to do part of his quest chain. So summoning him is, oh, it's first quest chain. So not summoning him is well, makes his quest a little bit more difficult. I say a little bit. It just means you have to summon him for the other bosses rather than the one he's currently in. Wow, he got stopped by that barrel and took nothing from that barrel. I didn't see this item before, so what is it? Lacerating arrows. We have a minute left. Can we get back to the boss? I'm hoping we can. I don't like these parts running over 30 minutes because otherwise it makes it a pain to render. After all, these are like 85 gigabyte files, which is obnoxiously large. What time are we on? I don't know if we're going to make it. We might do. Hopefully it won't run over too long. Although I could stop the recording as we get to the boss fog. And we could do it at the start of next episode. I'm going to call them episodes. They're going to be titled parts, but I'm going to call them episodes because that just rolls off the tongue a bit easier. Although we do have 30 seconds left. Can we beat the boss in 30 seconds? Probably. It's not a particularly difficult boss. In fact, just to be sure, I want to use some repair powder because my weapon's getting a little bit low. Open up. There's the boss. We have 20 seconds. I'm in effigy. No, we've only got 10 seconds left. I'll do it in the next episode. So I hope you all have enjoyed. And I will see you all. Ooh, wait for it. next time.